another thing, no more free work.
Oh, true.
No more.
If
it's free work, it has to be great value in it.
Okay.
I'm done with the free work.
Okay.
Don't let me forget a question, but I got a question about that.
Okay.
But I'm gonna hold it after Mike, kind of give us some of his stuff.
No more free work.
No more free work. I like that. One thing let me say, thanks for having us back. We do appreciate y'all. Y'all doing major things.
Absolutely.
I appreciate the support from both of y'all.
Yes. Tiff spoke on pricing, right? And I hate to go up on my pricing every year, but I know where I want to get to, and I know exactly what I'm worth. And I know the quality that I'm bringing, and I'm not shortchanging nowhere. There's no half stepping in what I do. But one of the things I think I won't bring into 2022 that I did in 2021 would be giving out loans.
You out here giving out loans?
Out here giving out loans.
Giving out loans.
I missed the loan.
You missed out. Hey, look, if you didn't get it December 31st, it's dead.
Okay.
That
can tear relationships up too.
Tear relationships.
Wow.
Broke just because when it's time to return that loan, it doesn't come on the date that it's said that it was obligated to give.
Yeah.
So for me personally, I won't go into the loan business again. You know what I mean? Not even $1. You know what I mean? I ain't got it. You know what I mean? I ain't got it.
That man said not even $1. Don't ask him.
Don't ask
like
me
Money
for
Miss saying paid in full. I'm broke.
I'm broke, baby.
Yes.
Brother Nelson, do that again. But I learned a lot in 2021 with myself being my first year officially a full-time entrepreneur.
Yes.
So I learned.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You are my inspiration. That's amazing.
Year 7, but my first official year, and I learned so much with that.
It's funny, right? Like you spent 6 years in the game before you even went full-time.
Yeah.
And you thinking, at 6 years, you're thinking, okay, I can go full-time because I know what I know.
Yeah.
And then you still learn.
And then, you still tripping over mistakes that you shouldn't be making. And it's like, you know what? This a never-ending learning experience. No matter what, every year, there's a new test.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No matter what you thought you knew, something else is going to come in front of you that you're going to have to hurdle over.
Oh, yeah.
And that's one of the things I took for 2021. Like, I didn't think this was going to come. Okay, let's get over it now. You know what I mean? From depression, financial, trying to balance. That's the toughest thing. Trying to balance family life, full-time entrepreneur, trying to satisfy every customer, which is impossible. I just and now I had to regroup and reprogram how we going into 2022 because we won't be making these mistakes again. That's what I would take from 2021. But it's always a learning experience.
Always.
It is.
Always.
Yeah. What about you, Candace?
So in 2021, I think I learned that you can't do it all. So that's been a reoccurring theme for me for quite some time, and I'm tired of learning it. I think last year was the end of my years learning it. Like I'm done. I'm not taking it into 2022, and it's okay that you can't do it all, right? Because that's the thing that I struggle with, and I don't know. I be having this conversation with a lot of my girlfriends because we are Black women. So there's the thing sometimes with Black women about like carrying it all and shouldering it all. And like, if you're not best, you're last. And so I carry that guilt and anxiety sometimes. Like if I can't do the thing in the best way possible, then I can't do I'm last. And it's not that, there's so many people like, oh no, I can't do it. I'm always marveling at people like, because I still work full time, who like when you go to them with a project or a task or like I need you, they be like, yeah, I can't do it. And I'm like, how do they have that freedom to just be like, I'm full up. I can't do it, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm learning that skill going into 2022 that you just can't do it all. I'm also learning that I'm a creative at heart, and part of what makes me happy is to be able to create, right? And so sometimes running a business, even if it's a creative business, juxtaposes against the creativity, because you create, but it's still a business and you still got to operate it and I'm good at that, right? But I like to create. So structuring my business such that there's time to do the creation that I like to do, right? So yes, there are things that have to operate. Yes, you got to get these orders out no matter what, which have tripled. So you must do the things, right? But also leaving yourself time to do the things, because you can't do it all, and it's no sense in you doing everything for everybody else and not doing the thing that makes you happiest. You know. So because I got kids, so you know, you got kids, you know. Well, you got, I don't got one, I got kids with an S. So when you got kids with an S, there are already so many things that you're doing that are not for you. You know what I'm saying? They're for everybody else. So you got to make sure at least that you are getting some time. And now where I am going to try to take into 2022 and be better about is like the organization of it all. Because when you are fulfilling a lot of roles in your life, you do have to figure out what's gonna go where and how to make time for it all. And that's the thing that I just put a little asterisk next to. That's the thing I'm working on. What about you, Brother Nelson?
I guess that's gonna be my name.
Yeah, that's gonna be your name for the episode, Brother Nelson.
Brother Nelson.
Yes.
But so something that you hit on, and I'm gonna continue it into this year, 2023.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sorry, 2022. I'm a year ahead. But I started it after 2020, which is saying no more. Because like you said, you can easily become overworked. And the three of us, we're not where Mike is yet.
Right.
No.
You know, where you're 100% in the business. So we're trying to get there, but we still have to show up 100% on the job.
Absolutely.
So it's a lot of pressure. And then, like you said, kids.
Yes, with an
plural.
S.
Yeah. So and then, you know, spouses and everything. So it's like trying to balance all that. So it was something that I did a lot of in 2021, which is when someone asked me to do something, I was quick to be like, can't do it.
How did that feel?
It felt good. Cause like in the years prior, you would do something knowing you really don't want to do it. But I don't want to disappoint this person. But then what I started to learn, this is something that me and Mickey talked about often, but those same people will do the same thing to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, quit. And won't care nothing about it. Or whatever. So you got to start making that decision to be like, hey, I'm having a get together, even though it can be something like a get together for fun. I'm tired. Because I gotta wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock every morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, so hanging out on a Friday night don't seem that appealing to me. My bad. You know what I'm saying? I'll catch you on the next one. Even if that might mean I'm gonna start missing out on some of the invites, but I feel better though. And the same thing, like even on the business stuff, and y'all might see a change because I'm about to renege. but you know, Candace and I, we've have some creative ideas when it comes to the show about taking this on the road. And she mentioned it to me, and I'm like, nah. Because I want it, but right now in Stream Chasers, we still looking for somebody to come and take over like the production piece of this. But it's like I know everything that goes into all this packing up, setting up the cameras, the lights. It's a lot of work.
Absolutely.
But I might have to renege because for the better of the show. But again, I'm big on like if I don't have the time to do it, I can't do it.
On the road,
you know what I'm saying?
On the road to be lit though.
That would be. I'm just
lit.
sitting here thinking in my mind like that would be love.
No, it would be.
That would be.
It would be vicious.
Dope, man.
It would be vicious.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. That's the energy you give it. Like, I know.
Like it would be
not really
vicious.
just that. Like, I don't know if you guys may know, but I don't know if I know a podcast that be on a road like that.
So there are a few, but usually, but no, I don't know of any business-based podcasts. I think that travel in that way. Usually, the ones that I've seen are like industry focused, so they're in a particular industry, so you might see them only do that thing.
Gotcha.
We cover a bevy in a variety of industries, so I've never seen one that covers different industries like we do, make the road travel. And it's for the reason that Kaylin said, probably because either they ain't got the idea or the production of it is like, whoo, Jesus, they give you sweating just thinking about it, right? And there's a way to go about it that is not as fabulous and polished that you can still, because I think a lot of YouTube nowadays is not as a lot. If you watch YouTube, you know, people have like this raw edge to their video. It's not as like polished, but it still takes a lot. Like it looks raw, but it takes a lot of work to look that raw. You know what I'm saying? Like
Noriega podcast, for example.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you had a chance to peep it, but in my opinion, his joint is like real raw. But it's like, now that you know, we talked earlier, it's like, dang, I didn't really think about all of that, the nuances that go on behind the
everything
scenes.
You don't see on the YouTube channel. It's a lot behind these scenes that y'all don't see.
So, but I'm here with you on the saying no to things.
Same.
I have to figure out how to shake the. It's funny. So I had right after I had my second baby, third child, because I have a stepson who's 16. So right after I had her, I had a therapist, and I see her occasionally every now and again. But one of the things that she asked me was like, one of the things that I tend to do is catastrophize, is what she calls it. It's the name. And so it's like you are like a doomsday preparer, right? Okay, so it's like you like a
words I'm just nodding my head. I think I use context clues.
I'm gonna use context clues. So she said you like a doomsday preparer. She was like, because you're preparing for the worst possible outcome all the time. She's like, that's what you do. So you want to ask Mike Robb to do XYZ, but you feel like in order to ask Mike Robb to do XYZ, you got to do this first, and then he gonna say that, and then this gonna happen, and then this gonna happen. Like you're 7 people down before you even ask the initial question. That's me, because I gotta prepare for that. Like if all things say no, how do I get to yes? What do I need? Where can I influence the process?
To adapt that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's a gift and a curse.
It's a gift and a curse, because I'm always prepared for the absolute worst case scenario. But the problem is you spend so much energy doing that, and oftentimes it does not end up that way. You spend so much energy thinking about what Kaylin gonna say to this, and what Mickey gonna say to that, and then who gonna say that, and then he gonna turn to his wife and say this. And it's like, she was like, but how do you know? And I was like,
you might get that answer off
first. When she asked me, how do you know? I was like, I mean, because I know him. And she was like, okay, so you know the first person, so you know Kaylin. But then how do you know what this person's gonna say? And I was like, I mean, because I would say if based on, and she was like, this is too much. You've gone too far. And so
you're thinking too much.
You're thinking too much. But that is what prevents me oftentimes from saying no to things, right? Because I'm preparing because in my mind, if Mickey's having an event, I gotta be there, because what if this person don't show up, and this and this and this? I prepare for the worst because I'm gonna be there to support my friend, right? Because that's how deep support goes to me. But who's supporting you though? Who is supporting you? So, and sometimes you gotta support you, and that means saying no.
That is major key right there. That's something else
DJ
I learned. I learned that in 2021, man. Like a lot of people, the support from people that I thought I would have it from.
We going back to my episode. We going back to episode 4.
That was episode 4. Go ahead. Bring it back to. Bring it back to.
You preach it. Go ahead.
The support that you think you would have for from your friend that you know. How they supported you. No question. You call them there. But it's like, I'm not getting that same energy.
And the energy that you do get comes from the most unlikely places. Like people that you didn't even know were watching or paying attention or whatever.
Because they're rooting for you. It's like because people that don't know you genuinely want to see you win. Like for us, like so me and Mickey, it's like these clients that's coming, they don't know us. You know what I'm saying? But when they come and they start sewing into her and they like, look, like it's one client, I think she had made a post maybe a few weeks ago, and it was like, where do y'all want the next Go Stretch at? You know? And he said, whatever you do, don't go to Waldorf or something like that. To Lanham. Or something like that. So he was like, I'm gonna start looking for spaces for you. Or whatever, you know. So it was just like, but it's like,
That's major.
That's somebody who didn't even know us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And that's how it be.
Why do you all think it's like that though? Because for me, and I made a post on my Instagram story about that. Like, I'm always going to keep clapping.
Yeah.
That's just how I am.
I seen your post about that. That was good.
Care. Like, I'm always going to keep being happy. And I'm not saying like, because you're my friend or that's what it's genuine. Like I genuinely want to see you win, regardless. I don't care who you are, but especially my friend.
My friend, I'm clapping extra loud.
Yeah, like I'm rooting. Like
extra
I'm rooting.
loud.
Like, so where do y'all think that's from?